What is going on, everybody? This is Dave and welcome back to Win One Take One here on Football Manager 2017 with Coventry City. Hopefully you are well, hopefully you're enjoying the series so far. We've had 2 episodes before today, so make sure you go and check those out before you watch today's. But if we win a game, we get to take a player from the team that we have just beaten, and we've got a couple of games to recap over since we last met, so let's go and check those out. So the last episode we lost 1-0 to Doncaster. We couldn't recover. We lost 1-0 again to Forest Green. Scott Laird scoring in the 6th minute for Forest Green. Despite us being probably the better side, we couldn't break their defence down. We couldn't score a goal, and unfortunately Jake Pickard, the player who we recently brought in, left the club again. He moved on in the end, as you can see, moved on to Forest Green, and didn't really last long for us. He was a good young player, had a little bit of potential, but unfortunately he has left the club. However, we bounced back, a really strong 2-0 win against Colchester, a brace for the man coming back from injury, Duckens Nazon. It's a great game for him. Great performance, 8.8 average rating, and we didn't have to worry about getting rid of anyone. Instead, we brought in Sean Murray, who on the day was probably one of their better players, but he was a regular for Watford not so long ago, but it's a great central midfielder for us to add into our team. A 6.89 average rating for Colchester so far, but he has been brought in as a central midfielder for us, and he may well play as long, well, I think he may be cup tied in the Checkatrade Trophy. It may well play today against Everton U23s. David Unsworth is their boss, but it is a massive game for us today, because if we win, I'm sure there'll be some great players on offer, and then we'll play Grimsby as well later on the episode. So without further ado, 6th in the table now. Let's go and jump into the Checkatrade Trophy, where we do need to definitely go and grab a win. So then, here we are for the big game, the first game of the episode. And you know what? I'm looking at that Everton team and thinking, you know, Niasse up front. But other than that, it's definitely beatable. And Niasse's got to be the key man there. We need a striker to score 30 goals. He could bag 30, 40 goals easy in League 2. So I'm looking at him and thinking he could be the man. We're starting with very little changes from our win in the last game, but Duckens Nazon is going to be playing. Clayton, Vicente and Taylor are the 3 behind him, with Cox on the bench. Cox played pretty good in the last game. Murray is cup tied, so Kelly and Stevenson will play. A couple of cup tied players, but Haynes, Willis, Lang, Grimmer at the back with Burge in goal. But that Everton team is definitely beatable, you know, and we're really hoping that we can grab a result in this game. They're playing like a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-1-3, and I'm really hoping that we can go and grab a result here. So here's Willis, who picks up the ball, tries to shoot it downfield. Baxter finds Niasse. There's a chance there for Everton. The first real okay chance of the game so far, the first highlight. But we're going to go attacking for the last 5 minutes of the half here. See if we can catch any of their defenders out. I don't think it's going to happen though. It's half time, it's 0-0. Okay, so far so good, but as you can see, some players are already starting to get a little bit tired. So we're going to bring Michael Doyle into the frame for Stevenson. Other than that, at the moment, it's Duckens, Nazon or Lang on the lowest ratings if we were to lose. But I'm definitely well happy with, if you look at the stats so far, it's very, very strong from us. Niasse could be one hell of a pull for our team if we can go and grab a win. It's a free kick here. Grant plays it short to Wither into Stokes. Grant again back to Wither on the left hand, to Stokes on the left hand side. Back to Grant again into a chance. And now Willis. Now can Duckens Nazon get away with it? It's Kelly shoots it out wide to Clayton, who puts the ball in. Duckens Nazon. Oh, what a chance! What a miss! Duckens Nazon could have been the man to make the difference, and it's a big, big chance for him that has gone astray. And unfortunately, if we do concede late on, he's going to be the man that is, well, he's going to lose his place. Dean Cox will come on now for us, though, and we'll also bring on Kyle Reid for Max Clayton. A little bit of pace and stamina now to go forward in the last couple of minutes of this game. And it's going to penalties. Now, more or less, this is a draw. I don't know, see what you guys think, but I'm going to keep this as a draw, even if we go and win it, because we only do get 1 extra point. So I'm going to keep it as a draw, so we don't get any players from this game. But if we can grab a point, it'll be a bonus for us. So Doyle scores the first penalty. It's going to be Niasse who also scores. He would have been such a good player. If you look at the stats, we were so good. He would have been such a good player for us to bring in. It's going to be Coxo for us with the second penalty, who also puts it in. So far, so good for us as it stands. It's going to be Onyekuru who misses it, and we now in the ascendancy hoping. Here's Willis then for us, who puts it in as well. Great start for us in this penalty shootout. It's going to be Stokes now for Everton with their third penalty. If they can go and grab it here, and they can just about. If we score though, it puts us in a very, very good position. Kyle Reid misses it straight down the middle. Keeper stops it. So Everton now back in it. It's going to be Fulds for Everton, who also misses it. So if we score here, we will go and win. It's going to be Kelly for the penalty to win it. And he certainly does. And there we go. 2 points now for us. If you win the penalty shootout, you get an extra bonus point. But altogether, we weren't brilliant in that game. Despite the amount of chances we had, Duckens Nazon probably should have gone and won it for us. But we're missing out on a great player in Niasse who definitely would have made a massive, massive difference to our team. But never mind. We'll move on to the next game. And hopefully we can go and grab another player. So then we move into the final game of the episode. We play Grimsby today, who are 9-1. We are big favourites for this. Murray will come in for his debut. Grimsby playing quite deep as well. They've got JJ Hooper up front. A couple of decent players, but it's definitely winnable for us this game. We gotta hope and bounce back. We played okay against Everton. No two ways about it. But we should have definitely gone and scored because Niasse would have been a ridiculously good signing for us. But hopefully we'll bounce back and grab a win today at the Rico. There's a free kick quickly taken here. Here's Vicente for us into Murray. He picks up the ball here on his debut. Loses out. And now Rose can maybe push it forward. Towards Hooper on his own. Loses out again to Murray. We have the ball here at the back. Haynes on the left-hand side into Murray. Vicente, who's passed didn't fully connect. Stevenson, we're holding the ball. We just need to make that final pass. It's Vicente to John Taylor. Stevenson from range perhaps. Finds John Taylor. And Duckens Nazon gets the shot away. But McKeown saves it quite comfortably. And it's 40 minutes or so gone. And there may well be another chance here. Rose on the ball for Grimsby, who I see very, very deep. But they may well have a chance here. JJ Hooper from range perhaps. Plays it back to Clemens. Tries to dink a ball through, and Grimmer now will have it. Back to the goalkeeper, who plays it up to John Taylor. A little bit of room for him to run into, but he's found Duckens Nazon. From a tight angle here, Duckens Nazon comes very, very close to hitting the target. But that was very close. Duckens Nazon with our two best chances of the half and the game so far, but it is still 0-0. So second half kicks off here at the Rico Arena. We're hoping for a win here, really. Obviously Grimsby, it's going to get to the point where some of these teams, we don't really want any of their players, but we've got to be kind of logical about it, get more depth, or maybe a younger player in a certain area. But Grimsby may well go and score here. They've got a promising-ish attack, and Hooper's in here, and he scored. It's JJ Hooper for Grimsby, his second goal of the season, and his first goal in this game with 35 minutes to go. The Grimsby lead. He beat the offside trap, and he smashes it past that goalkeeper, and that's definitely not what was planned here for us. We need to definitely hope for something else from our team. Not looking good at the moment. Here's Dixon with the throw in. Taylor picks it back up. Duckens Nazon really needs to be in the middle there. Here's Murray. He lost out again, but won it back. Here's Cox. Finds Grimmer on the right hand side. Better ball in. Here's Max Clayton off the post. Coming very, very close. 20 minutes to go. Grabbing that equaliser there. So 10 minutes to go. Are we going to grab another goal? But JJ Hooper's in again. And he should have probably put the game to bed. Another big chance of Grimsby there to put it to bed. But it was a JJ Hooper again. But it looks like it's going to finish at 1-0. Or is there one more chance? 90 seconds to go. Here's Cox on the ball. McNulty it's played back to their goalkeeper here. Maybe this attack is for us. Cox here on the ball, but Rose has won it back, and Grimsby may well put this to bed. I think they will, and Rose, it's well wide, but was that the chance? There's 40 seconds to go. The highlight seemed to have started a lot earlier, and there we go. That was obviously the highlight. It looks like it may well be Duckens Nazon or Lang. Who will I pick to leave? Unless Cox can pop this one in, it's hit the wall rather, and there we go. Full time. So it's Lewis Lang or Duckens Nazon who is going to leave us. It's very, very hard to decide because Lang is a new player for us, and he seems to do quite well. But on paper, he's probably not the strongest player. We're very short on good strikers at the moment. So although Duncan Nazon is only on loan, I think Lewis Lang is going to have to be the man who's going to leave us. He's had a very, very solid start to his career here at us. But unfortunately, he's going to have to move. He's going to go to Grimsby, who've caught themselves a very decent centre-half there after their 1-0 win against us. But unfortunately, another loss for us. 3 losses in the last 4 games in the league. We've got to hopefully bounce back. We're going to be back in the next episode with the FA Cup first round and the Checkatrade Trophy final game to see who can qualify out of our Checkatrade Trophy group. We're not 100% sure who we're going to have in the FA Cup next, so it might be a decent League One team. Hopefully it is, so we can have a couple of players. But in the meantime, we'll play Wickham, Wrexham and Barnet. 3 games which are very much winnable. 3 teams that are all in the bottom half of the league. If you enjoyed it today, make sure you smash the like button down below. Very close to beating Everton, but because it was on penalties, I didn't really count that. But subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, I'm sure I'll see you all very, very soon.